At a time when companies like Paytm and Zomato are witnessing losses, what is Nykaa's secret sauce to success? In this episode of the Indian Billionaires Co, we will spill the beans on how Nykaa went from a company that was struggling to meet just 10 orders a day to absolutely crushing its stock market debut. Now, when Falguni Nayar started Nykaa in 2012, she was no newbie to business. She had been an investment banker for over 20 years with big names like Kotak Mahindra under her belt. She had everything going on for her, so naturally people asked, why do you want to start a business? And that too at 50. Just chill na. People may think you're having a midlife crisis. But the seed to start Nykaa had been planted during her banker days. In 1993, when she started working at Kotak Mahindra Bank, it was just an NBFC, a non-banking financial company called Kotak Mahindra Finance. But Falguni Nayar, a Gujarati who saw her father running a small ball-bearing business, was well-versed and excited about finances. And just like any new joinee who has a billion ideas to scale the company, Falguni too had her own plans. The only difference was she made sure to follow through and played a crucial role in setting up the banking branch of the company, Kotak Mahindra Capital. This helped the company grow dramatically and Falguni's status skyrocketed at Kotak Mahindra. But 1 year into this journey, and Falguni's life was about to change forever. In 1994, her husband Sanjay Nayar was posted to London and Falguni decided to go with him. Now you may say, that's so unfeminist of her. Why should she leave her successful career and go follow her husband abroad? But newsflash, feminism actually means the right to choose, and Falguni was choosing her family. However, like any good boss, Uday asked her to stay back, and when he couldn't convince Falguni to change her mind, he sent a part of Kotak Mahindra with Falguni to the UK. He was toying around with the idea of expanding globally, and this seemed like the perfect opportunity. Falguni agreed to set up Kotak Mahindra's office in London. Of course, this was no easy feat, but her just dive right into it attitude helped the London office grow immensely and the company started doing well abroad. Seeing this success, Uday also sent her to the US to set up Kotak's New York division. However, Uday Kotak decided that her skills and experience were now needed in India. In 2005, she helped two entrepreneurs take their companies public. They were none other than Ronnie Screwvala from UTV and Ajay Bijli of Priya Cinemas, now popularly known as PVR Cinemas. At that time in her career, she was building for others. But she wanted to build something for herself, to pursue her own dream. So unlike most of us who would procrastinate it, she gave herself a deadline. At 50, she would pursue a dream just for herself. And that dream gave birth to Nykaa. She was finally becoming the main character of her own life. And she wanted that for other women too. For them to dress up just for themselves and not for others. However, her idea of starting a beauty e-commerce platform was shut down by almost 50 investors. Falguni's life may seem glamorous now, but in the early years, she and her daughter would stay up till 3 a.m. packing boxes and answering customer support calls. But even at this extremely hectic phase, Falguni focused on quality. And that is Nykaa's biggest advantage. But how did Nykaa do this? Companies like Amazon and Flipkart work on two business models, the marketplace model and the inventory model, whereas Nykaa functions solely on the inventory model. In the marketplace model, there are independent buyers and sellers, and Amazon just acts as the platform on which they sell their products. However, in the inventory model, Nykaa will buy its products in bulk from Maybelline and store them at their own warehouses across the country. They will then ship these products from the warehouse to your doorstep. While bulk buying helps them make profits, what it also helps Nykaa do is check for quality, duplication and expired products, which are some of the major problems while buying beauty products online. This is a big plus point for Nykaa as the beauty segment is a very sensitive area. As we all know, once you buy a product that gives you some allergies, you say, boy, buy. So if this is Nykaa's defining factor for success, why have Amazon and Flipkart not replicated this model? Because the Indian government brought in new regulations. Although the government allows 100% FDI in the marketplace model of e-commerce, it does not allow 100% FDI in the inventory-driven model of e-commerce, because of which Amazon and Flipkart cannot use the inventory model. Since Nykaa is an Indian company, it's easier for them to scale using this inventory model. But this is not the only defining factor. To build a successful business like Nykaa, the team department में brilliant होना चाहिए. Curation, content and convenience. Nykaa has partnered with several local and exclusive beauty brands to offer and sell their products on their site. It became the one-stop shop for all things beauty. As someone who's only used lipstick and kajal as makeup for the longest time, if someone tells me I have to use a primer, a foundation, a concealer and a blush, it can get overwhelming. But Nykaa understood this like no other market player. Of course, they have the e-commerce site for makeup veterans. But to create trust and give consumers like me the touch and feel experience, they also have over 100 retail stores across the country. So unlike other platforms, Nykaa creates content to tell people what's good for your skin, which product should you opt for, and how to actually use it. It started with the beauty book and now they have Nykaa TV, which basically has several videos on all things makeup and skincare. In financial year 21, it made a profit of Rs 61 crores as compared to a loss of Rs 16.3 crore in financial year 2020. And in the same year, Nykaa decided to go public in November. Their IPO had a super successful debut at the stock market. The issue price was 1,125 a share, which closed at Rs 2,208 per share on its first day on the BSE, which is almost double and speaks volumes of the consumer trust the company has built over the years. So, does all of this mean you should invest in Nykaa? The online beauty and personal care market has only 8% penetration as of 2020. 92% of Indians are yet to make an online purchase for the first time. If an aggressive Indian player enters today, it wouldn't take too long for them to become a market leader. Also, with low liquidity and inflation in the economy, discretionary expenses or splurges on beauty and fashion may go down a notch, which may affect companies like Nykaa in the long run. While it's important to keep these factors in mind while investing in Nykaa, with Falguni Nayar at the helm, a loyal customer base of millions of Indians, and celebrity investors like Katrina Kaif and Alia Bhatt, the expiry date on Nykaa doesn't seem to arrive anytime soon.